This video introduces the latest release of the Eclipse IDE for ModusToolbox. In recent releases of ModusToolbox, the Eclipse-based IDE is provided as a separate installation. For users desiring to develop their application with one of the other supported IDEs, such as Microsoft VS Code, ARM Kyle MDK with Microvision IDE, or IAR's Embedded Workbench, there's no requirement to download and install the Eclipse-based IDE, and this allows for quicker downloads and less space consumed on the file system. For users wanting to work with the Eclipse IDE for ModusToolbox, the latest version can be easily installed using the ModusToolbox Setup program. From the list of available installations, simply ensure that the Eclipse IDE for ModusToolbox is selected with the latest release specified using the associated dropdown. At the time of this recording, the latest Eclipse IDE for ModusToolbox release is version 2025.4.0. If you had a previously release currently installed, you will notice an icon indicating that an update is available. You can update this instance of Eclipse by selecting the latest version from the top of the drop-down list and then selecting the check mark to specify that you would like to update to this specific version. Selecting Next will guide you through the process of either updating the previously installed version or installing the selected release of the Eclipse IDE to your computer. Now, with the latest release installed, you can open the Eclipse IDE directly from the Setup program or launch it later using the ModusToolbox dashboard application or directly from the desktop icon or operating system menu. Eclipse IDE for ModusToolbox version 2025.4 features several performance improvements. Newly created projects import into the Eclipse IDE faster compared to previous releases, and when multiple projects are included in the Eclipse workspace, switching between the projects is more responsive, with the content in the quick panel refreshing faster, updating to reflect the available actions, tools and configurators, and software API documentation links applicable to the active project. Perhaps some of the most notable features available in this release of the Eclipse IDE for ModusToolbox are the improvements made to its use of ClaimD and the updated IntelliSense capabilities. Syntax highlighting and resolution of if-def statements are greatly improved, including the ability to resolve defines coming from the project's makefile. The ability to correctly resolve the location of a particular function or variable is also improved. However, there is one limitation due to the specific version of Eclipse framework that this IDE was built on. Currently, the ability to right-click and jump to a function or variable definition was removed from the underlying Eclipse framework. However, you can still use the Control button or Command key on Mac on the keyboard to enable the jump to function. While holding down the Control or Command button, clicking on the desired function will jump to the function definition. Hovering over the function will provide an additional pop-up, allowing the selection of either the declaration, definition, or type definition as needed. Alternatively, the F3 key can still be used to jump to the function or variable declaration as well. For more details, you can refer to the dedicated ModusToolbox user guide for the Eclipse IDE, along with the release notes for this version. Thank you for watching.